round one. So I have 2 pseudo removal spells and a discard outlet. I'm going to keep this. Discard, no, discard outlet, a discard spell and draw 2. So I should be able to keep my opponent from affecting me too badly. I'm going to lead with Witching Well. Scry 2. This is a good way to set up my draws. See, I only want one of these islands. I'm going to bottom the other one. Actually, I don't want either of these. I'm gonna drop them both, actually. So the reason I don't want either of them is the Foreboding Fruit's going to act as a divination. And they're not black sources. I've got all these double black spells, Sir Conrad, etc. Clockwork Servant. 3 mana, 2/3, draw a card. Alright. My turn. I'm not going to so tiny that. That's not worth my time. I'm going to Foreboding Fruit myself, though. Alright. Drew the second black source for Sir Conrad. Next turn, I'm going to play a land. I'm going to hold up a couple of So Tinies. And we're going to see what they do. So I'm going to just pass the turn. I've got a lot of different things I can do. I want to see what they cast here. So they're going to cast 2 Unveiled Tree Folk. And I'm going to bake the Spore Cap Spider into a pie. They lose the Tree Folk. They lose the Spore Cap Spider. They can attack me for 3, don't get me wrong. Now I'm going to play Sir Conrad. Pass the turn. They might play a land, they might play 1 spell. Next turn I'm probably going to cast the Reaper of Night Adventure, the Harvest Fear. Take away either the last 2 cards or 2 of the last 2 cards. Garenbrig Paladin. Right, they played a 5/5. Okie doke. So now I'm going to cast Reaper of Night. Cast target opponent discards 2 cards. That's them. You're going to lose nothing great. Wolf's Quarry and the like. I'm going to pass the turn. No tax. You got 1 card in hand. And Curious Pair. Okay, so they're making a food and they're making a 1/3. They're going to draw a card. That part's good. Chances are they don't have a trick, though. Let's see what they do. Sportcast Spider, yep. So I'm not really winning with that kind of thing. See if they attack. They do. Perfect. It's a 3/5, and it dies. And they take 1. Play a land. I'm going to pass the turn here. I have a lot of answers, and they're all instant speeds. I'm going to pass the turn and see what they do. I've got counter magic for anything really good. I've got bounce if they get aggressive. And I've got Conrad activations for everything else. Got another Wolf's Quarry. That's a lot of Wolf's Quarries. I'll activate again. Clackbridge Troll, that's unfortunate. And activate 1 more time. Alright, play land. Now I'm going to play Reaper of Night, I think. And the reason I'm doing this is that I should, in theory, be able to remove the Spore Cap Spider. And when I do, I can start attacking my opponent with the Reaper of Night. Getting Conrad a little bit more effectively in line will be useful. So I'm probably going to, next turn, I'm probably going to turn into a pumpkin, specifically non-adamant. Flaxen Intruder, make 3 2/2 bears. Interesting. Okay, that's not great for me, but could be worse. Alright, Moonlit Scavengers. There's the battlefield. I'm going to bounce a bear. And I'm going to pass the turn. I have a So Tiny up. they're gonna cantrip this 1-mana card. It's sort of like scrying. Ooh, 7/7. All right. See, that's great and everything, but I can counter that. So I'm not particularly worried. They can get aggressive here, but it's not going to protect them too much. They're doing a lot of stuff though. This is a good deck. See how they behave. All right, I have no activations. All right, I'm gonna just pass here. I'm holding off their ground force pretty effectively. If they tap all their mana for the Beanstalk Giant, which they did, then I'm going to didn't say please. Goes in the graveyard. They take a couple of damage off the Sir Conrad triggers. They have 12 cards in deck. I have 18 cards in deck. Frankly, I might just mill them out. Like, not even like damage them with Sir Conrad, just mill them. Ginger Brute. Yeah, it resolves. It's fine. See what they attack with. Just that? That's fine. I'll allow it. Activate Sir Conrad. Activate Sir Conrad. Draw for the turn. Play a land. So they've got how many cards in deck? 9? 9 cards in deck, that's right? Yeah. I'm just gonna pass. I've just got a bunch of interaction. I'm just gonna let this happen. They're at 8 cards in deck. I can mill them like 3 or 4 times, force them to draw 2, and make them mill again. They gotta kill me before this happens. And I have some life, I have some draw, I've got some bounce. I can take care of a lot of creatures here. And if they just keep attacking with just the Ginger Brute, that's not gonna cut it. And I think they know that. Yeah. Alrighty. So, ironically, their Edgewall Innkeeper, a powerful card. Ordinarily, I would want that to not do anything. Alright, so I'm going to kill this 1/5. I'm going to kill this 2/3. I'm going to kill this 2/2. Then I'm going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage as it stands. I'm going to see what they do. Alright, I'm going to cast this for Adamant. I'm going to bounce the Curious Pair. Actually, no, I'm going to bounce this Unblocked Bear token. Pay Adamant. That's fine. They lose another attacker. What they got? Insatiable Appetite. Okay, sure, resolves. I'll sacrifice a food token. Taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sacrifice a food token. Actually, cards on deck? 8. I can get the 7. How much mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cast the card. Liza remains exiled. There's a lot of good cards here. Take this Beanstalk Giant. Yeah, okay. Mill again. I think it goes. Okay. I'll allow that. I'm not dead. I'm gonna destroy my food token probably. want to see what I can take. Yeah, Beanstalk Giant, I guess, is what I want. Yeah, I assume they took the food token. Alright. That's probably lethal. That makes it significantly better. Alright. Play Revenge of Ravens. Tapping like so. And that probably cinches the game, to be honest. I've turned off all their attackers but their 4/4. And I've got 2 mills. They're at 6 cards in deck. I'm at 12 cards in deck. I can mill them twice, put them to 4 cards in the deck, mill them a few more times, draw the 2 cards with Foreboding Fruit or what have you, and then they're dead. Ginger Brew becomes unblockable. You got it, buddy. Pass. Sure. Pass. Yep, stay at 5. You take 1 damage. Mill. Turn of the Wild Speaker. That's a good one. Mill. Trail of Crumbs. Another good one. Alrighty. Got him there. That was pretty sweet. This deck is pretty powerful, at least from first blush there. Sir Conrad is once again disgusting. Every one of the drafts I've recorded has had Sir Conrad in it, and every one of the drafts have had one game where Sir Conrad absolutely dominated it, all by his lonesome. That's another one. This deck kind of controls that a little bit better than others, because you get the mill. Ironically, despite being the control deck, my opponent drew so many more cards than me that the mill win condition was significantly more likely. But yeah, things worked out pretty well. I'll see you around too.